Damn, are
Really
you
us
getting my
cutting
good
our three
side?
phase. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Me, I'm gonna. So
So
what
we're
I'm
gonna,
gonna do after this is I'm gonna try to
So
put.
wait, when does the pilot start? Like right now?
yeah.
I mean, it's a
Okay.
pilot between us, kind of like it's you know it's a thing, right? We're just trying it out. The main thing we're gonna do is get the different screen angles, right? And I'm gonna try to put everybody on a picture in a picture or whatever they want to call it, video on the video side, but like all three of us are gonna be like first take or something like that. Except the good one when Shannon Sharp was still there, and he was still affiliated with ESPN before he got all the no blows, just doing it now. Anyway, so yeah, yeah, but the funniest part was I got there and Frank had already chose his car, already on the trailer. Frank, why did you try to drive both? I mean, was this to see which one was quicker?
I like the black one.
Even
You know
though you
me. I
painted it
like the
yellow, even
outlaw.
though you
I
painted
like
it
the.
yellow,
Um,
it was
it was it was primer. It was primer. I honestly thought it was the better of the two cars. But it's all good, man. It's all good. Listen, it had to have had the cams done because you're not really supposed to do the dual Webers without
this is
putting the
true.
cams.
This is true.
So it wasn't a 2.0, but it was 2.0 ish. You could say, right?
It's
So
like saying I'm not 6 foot, but I'm kind of 6 foot-ish. It's like it's just, it's like
I got you could buy those. You could buy those sneakers, the 3-inch sneakers, and be 6 foot. I'm gonna buy those. I've been looking at those
your
forever.
arms and nose. Everybody looks at the arms and goes, "Wait, let me look down. Oh, wait, I see this big, huge gap." You know, I mean, listen, yeah, yeah, no, no, no. If it had dual I actually prefer the single carbon mine because it's like like Javon asked me, he's like, "What do you do special to start the car when it's cold?" And I'm like, nothing, because that particular
I
carburetor is for that with the electric choke.
well,
Well, the reason
how
I asked that is because remember I told you guys I'm building out my 912, right? I mean, we're having a new engine built for it, and it's gonna go to carbs. So right now I'm running fuel injection on the car, but the fuel injection technology is 50 years old.
Yep.
So I feel that's what's causing, reliability issues. Not that it's been unreliable, but it's not a car I'd be comfortable taking to like California right now. So
sure you want to go
building out
carb
the
though?
engine, we're gonna go dual 44 Webers. So that's why I was asking how you guys start the carb car.
I just turn it to two, let the pump work for about 10 seconds, turn the key. So you're gonna solve all your overheating issues and stuff like that, because I think your overheating issues is because you probably had stuff in those tunnels. So your air that was moving around wasn't able to hit your fins on each side of your carburetors. I mean, not your carburetors, but each side of your cylinders. Which was the thing that 914 guy brought out that you were talking about. Why does your name Tank show up here?
Right?
Why is it Tank?
Yeah, because I put it.
We've never referred to you at all as Tank, and you just now just said,
I don't know.
is
You
that
guys
is
wanted
that
a stage
Tank?
name.
Okay.
You guys wanted a stage
Can
name,
you
so
can you
Tank.
get a better stage name besides Tank? I
So
mean, Tank's just so cliche. Like, oh yeah, and I feel like none of us have a
this is
voice
Frank
deep
the
enough for
Tank.
Tank. Frank the Tank. Oh,
I
okay,
think
okay, Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank.
where
Okay.
where the tank name finally came to fruition was when we went to the mountains. Which Jr. Shame on you for skipping because you were invited to that trip.
What the hell is
Um,
that gonna take?
but
Yeah, he was
so what
homeless.
happened was
He was
Frank.
homeless at the time.
Well, true. Yeah. Well, so that's how Frank the Tank's name came up. Everybody started him calling him Frank the Tank in the mountains, and true enough, he won the rookie driver of the year or the trip.
Hey,
So he was awarded as Frank the Tank, and that's how it was, and the name stuck. So yeah, we call him Tank.
that's what's up.
So, so question, Jeff, are you sure you want to go carb and not fuel injection? Are you
I don't
sure
know,
about
man.
that? Are
I
you
already
sure
ordered
about
the.
that?
I
Well,
already
no,
ordered the
no,
engine.
no. You can get the engine, but you can also put a fuel injection system on it. You don't have to go carb.
I mean, eventually, I probably might get a modern EFI, but the engine specs that they're building out is really a carved engine. So I'm gonna try that out.
Listen,
They did tell me they were very honest. They the guys who are building it are from Scat VW, and Scat, I did a little bit of research. They're very well known. They've been around for 50 years regarding air cooled Volkswagen air cooled stuff, and obviously the Type 4 engine that we have, which is also in the 914, they're like Volkswagen engines. So I told them, hey guys, can you build me out a Type 4 2.0? And the first question they asked was, what are you going to use the car for? I said, well, I want reliability, and the ability to also keep up with my friends when I'm driving with them. So they spec the engine out, and that's what it comes out to. So yeah, to your point, Frank, I mean, obviously it's going to be a new adjustment, but I think from what I'm seeing, the 44s, they're known to be reliable. So I'll try that out.
So, but you said it's going to be a 2.3. I thought you said.
Yeah, they're the 2.3-ish. Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah,
Okay.
that's the spec of the engine.
Very cool. Now, me speaking from carburetor life, I don't mind the carburetor at all. It just took me a second just to kind of get used to how the engine rumbles a little bit more
Gotcha.
and it shakes. But like, even when it's cold, so I had a couple yesterday or the day before yesterday, I've had different temperature variants. Right, it was a record since before 1900, 37 degrees here in Tampa, and the difference was for me starting it up from when it's 80 degrees wasn't that much. Just, of course, it's going to start a lot harder, and then give it another 2 or 3 seconds of time for the pump to pump in. But as far as like reliability or like any problems I've had over it, I mean, I actually like the carburation a lot more than, but I haven't tested that against an air cooled car with a carburetor. The only thing I can compare it to is a 944, which is water cooled.
So I have both, right? And I think I'm a little spoiled with that. So on the 911, on the 3.2 is fuel injection, and it's a converted fuel injection. It had the CIS system before, and he put an updated fuel injection system, and I love the fact that it just turns on. It just turns. There's no pumping. There's no waiting. There's no letting the fuel prime. None of that. You just turn the keys, start it, and it goes. When I had the 914 with the dual Webers, part of it was my fault, right? So the carbs got out of sync, and that's going to be something else that you're going to have to think about, Jeff. Is when you have the dual carbs, they have to be in sync. Otherwise, it's gonna run like shit. And I had to wait 10 seconds with the key on to let the fuel pump prime, and then it would start. And it was hit or miss. It was hit or miss if it idled correctly, if it idled high.
If you want to start jumping, okay, it's going.
That's what I'm getting at, though. Having experienced both, if I had the choice, Javon, and I think you're at the point where you might still have the choice. They ordered the engine. They haven't built the engine, right? So if I had the choice, I would go fuel injection.
What about performance?
I have no problem. I have no problem.
Because he's going to get more performance out of the carburetors than the fuel injection, technically.
Well, you could tune it. You could tune the fuel injection to whatever you need.
This guy's a fuel injection fiend.
That's the thing with the EF5 system, though. It's months and months. So that's one of the things that we were playing with, right? Like, should we just leave my engine alone, and then just upgrade to the fuel injection? The issue with that is you got to tune it, months and months of road testing. So it's going to be a lot of work to do that. So yeah, I mean, eventually we'll see. I mean, the only problem I had, like I said, was my fuel injection now from the 912E, and it's only a 1-year model car. It's so old. It's 50 years old. It's older than Frank. So.
Yeah, no.
Well, okay. Drop that one.
So I'm looking at some information, right? And I'm looking here, and it says carburetors Weber, which is the 46s that you're looking at.
He said 44. 44.
Okay, well. Okay, so
46. Yeah, the 46s are probably more racing inspired. The 44s are probably more balanced, I think, right?
Yeah. So we're talking 210 to 240 horsepower max, right? The EFI is with an ITB, with a modern ITB, right? It starts at 240 to 270. Same engine, just carb versus. So if I'm reading this right, the EFI is going to give you more horsepower out of the box.
Now, I will say this other thing though. If you plan on keeping it anywhere near your house or close or ever in the garage, I would probably say fuel injection over carburation because it does typically smell like gas.
It will smell like gas.
Like,
yeah.
She's like, oh my God, you've been running like, yeah, pull it in. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something to think about, Javon. I mean, I would hate. And once again, I'm talking experience, right? What I went through with the 914.
How long did you own that 914 that you went through that experience?
Too long. It was too long. It was too long. How
long did you have to endure?
2 weeks.
It was the worst 2 weeks of my life. All right.
Frankie Tank finishes the car. Next thing you know, for sale.
Long time. How long? 14 days.
You don't know what I went through for 2 weeks.
But listen. In those 14 days, I had to buy a carburetor synchro. Right. I had to learn how to synchronize the carburetors. Did you get
the mercury meter one or?
The air one that you put on top and it does the little
little mercury inside of them. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So I had to buy that. So I got one there, Jeff. When your shit goes out of sync and we have to sync your carburetors, I got you. I got the tool for that.
That was a low end kind of jab. That was a low end jab. If you didn't catch that jab, he's like, when it gets out of sync, I'll help you out because I told you so.
Listen, I know Frank a long time. I know, but let me ask you guys this: with your experiences with carbs, though, like what I understand about it is that for it to kind of run continuously right, you got to drive the thing, right? You can't let it sit for a long time. So I'm not sure if it's true. So maybe to your point, Frank, maybe you've had issues with it because it's not been driven a long time, right? And JR, I don't see issues with his. So that's kind of
yeah, but he's got the single carburetor, different model, right? I got the dual Weber carburetors. And it just never worked. In my opinion,
the double carbs on the wrong engine. Okay, he got mixed up. He was supposed to put them on the 2.0. He put them on the 1.7, 1.8. And then you're like, oh, I wonder why this setup doesn't work. It's really wrong.
Yeah.
So wait, can that be like that's a legit question though, right? Like he put it on the wrong engine type thing, correct?
I don't know
idea.
Why you have two. I don't know why you would have two and have a 2.0 and then put the double carbs on the 1.7 liter.
Yeah, and listen, it was a new setup, so they weren't old car; they were brand new carburetors, right? So it was brand new. It was a brand new setup. It's just once it got out of whack, man, there was no, and then try to find somebody to put them back in sync. Nobody. And listen, we know a lot of people in the community, and I asked. And everybody was like, "Oh, I don't know.
Hold on. Let's talk about the community."
Yeah, but you're like 400 miles away.
Wait. Let's talk about this community because you're talking about the community like everybody's like really driving their cars and taking them out the garages, and they're not garage queens, and they're only going like 4 miles to a Cars and Coffee and back home, and then back in the garage.
This guy, for Javon, right? The what's his name? Julian. Right, he just recently went ITBs on his 911 on his air cooled. I know he went through some stuff. And,
hold on, for our audience, what is ITB? You can't be acronyming this thing up a whole bunch, or just give the explanation of what an ITB is.
In independent throttle bodies.
Oh, okay. Thank you, appreciate it.
And that not only that, they look cool, they sound cool, so they look old. So. Here, pull up a picture. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, here. I'll get it later. We got it.
Okay, pull up a picture. It'll be somewhere around here, right?
Huh?
What is that?
In a car.
No. He's just recording. This is a test run. This is just for us,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
they look cool. They look the part, meaning they look old, right? They don't look modern. The ITBs don't look modern. They have like that trumpet on each cylinder
Like a
type
Weber
deal.
carb, like the back
Yeah,
throwback.
it looks
fair
like
lady.
it looks
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a Weber carb. So
Look on the
that
side.
car
Yep, yep.
would have 6 trumpets, one for each cylinder. So think about it. Each cylinder gets its own throttle body.
Four. You said 6. Remember, we're
Isn't he getting a 3.2 though? I mean, what is it? A 2.3?
no, he's getting a 4.
Who?
You, Javon.
Julian?
No,
No,
you.
you, Javon.
Oh yeah, I have a 4-cylinder. Yeah.
No, but the 2.3 is a 6 though. No.
Mm-mm. No, it's
Well, but they're building in a 4. The displacement is going to be like a 2.3. They're going to.
yeah. So
Oh,
4
gotcha.
trumpets, not 6. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still keeping the Type 4 engine. It's
With-
still going to be
Yeah.
a 4-cylinder. What happens is that I thought about multiple things, right? Should I put a 3.2 in my 912? And I thought about it long and hard.
That's expensive, man.
And that's what everybody was telling me. It's like you're gonna have to change the whole geometric configuration of the car
No,
basically to fit that
no.
engine in.
It's not the
And
same car.
you lose the essence of the 912.
Exactly.
So I get that. So my friends would tell me just get a 3.2, right? And as you know, the price points of the 3.2 now, they've gone up dramatically. So I'm like, okay, that might be out of the question for now.
Oh, gotcha. All right. So yeah, that throws all the numbers that I had off. Yeah. I thought you were putting a 3.2. I mean, a 2.3 Porsche engine.
No.
Don't be like that. Hold on.
It's
It is
still a
still a
4-cylinder.
Porsche engine, okay? Watch out. Back up, Mister. I sold my
Listen.
4-banger.
Listen. That car had Volkswagen parts all over it, and
Which car?
all the
Your car. You had the Volkswagen engine. I got a 2.0.
listen, man.
Walked into it.
It had Volkswagen stamping all over. I was like, anyway. All right, but hold on. That changes things, though, right? So, okay, it can easily handle. So then they put the 44s on that. Okay, so that makes more sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was so they put the 44s. It's simpler, it's cheaper, sounds great.
Frank, you kind of sound like an air-cooled 911 snob. Hold on. You sound like this is back in the day.
Right here it says requires careful jetting, all right, and synchronization. I hate the word synchronization. I hate it. You tell me synchronization.
Javon, tell me, doesn't he sound a little bit like a 911 air-cooled snob a little bit? Oh, I thought you were doing the 3.2. Oh, you're doing the Volkswagen motor.
You're asking the wrong guy because Frank's always been a snob. So
What?
Bro.
He's like, it's a whole different setup. Oh yeah, go with the 44. So little car. Go, little engine.
Look. So the EFI has best performance and reliability, drivability,
correct.
Right? So there's that.
I think to Frank's point, right? Like at this point, I get it, right? It's convenience, it's reliability. Frank has the stout 3.2 engine, and he has no problems. Like it's a turnkey car. He can basically drive it anywhere, everywhere. So yeah, I get that.
Let me ask you a question. And
then to go to a 914 where he has to sync it, tune it. I get that.
Javon, let me ask you. So I'm sorry, I was not aware that you only had a 914, and that was like the only car. So you're worried about reliability. I'm so sorry, I didn't realize that you didn't have Mercedes and BMWs and other cars for reliability. Nobody cares about. You want the car to be an occasion. You get in, you put in your gloves. Everything's slow. Everything's supposed to be slow. So if you have, my God, a 912 that takes you 10 seconds to let the, well, you're putting on your gloves at that time, right? We're putting on gloves. We're like, you're like making sure we have the leather smell right and everything, and our mirrors just, it's an occasion. So, I mean, you do whatever you want, of course, Javon. But my argument against Frank, or my opposite perspective, is that if it's an occasion car, it's supposed to be great. It's not supposed to be quick and reliable. It's supposed to be an event, and you're supposed to like appreciate all these little things because you're not driving it all the time.
And you're not ever going to take it up to the mountains. Let's just be clear about that. Okay.
Well, that's the thing. I want to. That's why I'm building that new engine, because I want to. I want to drive the car, or when I want to go see JR and have lunch with him and go back,
And
I can hop in the car and not worry
Okay.
about it.
Yeah, okay,
So
I know where you're going. I know where
and
you're going, but I'm gonna let you go there. I know exactly where you're about to go, but I'm gonna let you go there.
But hold on. I'm okay. Real talk. Real. As a friend, I'm telling you, right? So look, it says here, the winner is EFI, right? Why?
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Are we doing
EFIs are
another
good.
Google AI search about fire
hold on.
Frank? What are we doing here? Where's
Because
the information
carbs
base?
versus EFI.
Huh?
Carbs work great once they're dialed in. I 100% attest to that. But it requires constant tweaking. So unless JR has an endless amount of money to keep sending it to the, or he learns how to tweak the carbs himself, it's going to be a pain in the ass. This is the right. But hold on.
How long have I had my car? Wait. How long have I had my car? What, 6 months?
But this is why I don't want
How many times have I
JR.
even touched the carbs?
Look at that. I don't want Javon to fall out of love with that car because it becomes a pain in the ass, right? I want him to be able to just get in there, turn the key, and fucking go, right? Right now, look. I haven't touched the 911 since the last ACBC. I haven't touched it, and I probably won't turn it on until December 12th, and I'm going to do this on purpose, right?
Now,
when it comes time to do that,
mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna get in there, turn the key on, and go, and it's just gonna run. So I don't have to worry about carburetors and synchronizing and none of that stuff. And I would prefer Javon to have that experience versus he's on the side of the road asking somebody if they know how to fucking sync the carburetors.
Javon, he's scared. You got a 912 that's super light. He's scared. You got a super light. You got a super light. Yeah, I'm just saying. What if the Volkswagen motor gets you because it's carbureted and it's super light? Yeah, you're scared.
No.
You're slightly scared. You're like, he'll go around the corner and I'll be catching up to him, which I hear.
No, we're gonna race.
Him in the corner.
We're gonna race. Yeah. We're gonna race. Remember,
now.
my 911 has nothing in it, so my particular 911 is probably the same weight as his 912 when it's all said and done.
We'll see how it goes
I have
in the corner.
Nothing in it.
Still got, you have weight in the worst place than him.
Where?
In the back. In the engine.
Okay.
Your engine's heavy. In the very back.
Okay, more displacement. I'm running at least. I'm running at least. I'll tell you right now what I'm running.
Oh, the 3.2 what? Rated at what?
Because not only that, I know that car's got cams. I know it's got cams.
Yeah, it's gonna have
it's
cams
not your
too.
stock.
It's gonna have cams.
It's not gonna be a stock 3.2.
I don't know.
Remember, it was a race car in its prior life, so it was.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying you're going to have weight in the worst place more than him because he's going to still have a lighter engine. It's not going to be hanging as far over the rear. And you're slightly worried that maybe he gets 165, 180. What if he has it? I'm just saying, ask me how many times I've touched my carburetor since I've owned the car. 0.
Yeah, how many?
0. The only problem I have with my car, as you know, the infamous CV axles that I can't seem to tighten down properly. But we're not going to get to that on this episode. But 0.
Oh shit! I only have 207 horsepower. So
scared. He's scared.
it's hold on.
Get the carbs. Get the
That
carbs.
changes
Get
it.
the carbs.
Hold on, let me scroll back.
Oh shit, Frank's ordering a new engine tonight.
I'm gonna get.
Okay,
Volkswagen
listen.
engine in their car.
Whatever you do, don't beat him because it'll make you. It'll make him.
No, I'm good.
No, seriously.
Listen, the EFI maxes out at 190, so I'm good. The EFI maxes out. The carburetor maxes out at 165.
Right.
So you're going to invest all of this money into the engine and be short almost 35 horsepower.
Well, okay, then that brings up a good question. So you got to think about the spec of the build, right?
Guys, sorry to cut off. I gotta get a call. I'll come back.
This guy. So it kind of depends on, I guess, like you said, how much are you spending to how much are you gaining, right? So if he's like, I don't know, maybe the fuel injection is going to cost more money than just slapping a couple carbs up there, right? But then he's like, he should have got a 6.
You're gonna get more horsepower. You're gonna get no apples to apples, right? Same engine, carbs, EFI. You're gonna get more horsepower out of the box. You're gonna get drivability and reliability. Like I'm talking straight up turnkey. You don't have to mess with it anymore, and it will always turn on for you. Where, just the carburetor, and he's doing dual carburetors.
But what I'm saying
is, like,
how much more is it going to cost him if he does the fuel injection? Probably.
I'll tell you right now, because there's let's see here. Estimated cost 2.3 EFI conversion, right? Estimated cost. This is like type 4 EFI conversion cost. Here's a breakdown. Parts need fucking. Okay. Well, but hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. So, okay.
Oh, wait.
So hold on. But okay. This is the EFI system, right?
Okay.
And then we'll compare. Obviously, the carburetors are going to be cheaper. Okay. Let's. You can get carburetors for like $150, right? give or take. So look. They've got, if we go Holley, let's go Holley. There's a Holley sniper kit for $1,300. It's not bad in the grand scheme of things. You're getting a whole new engine, and it's a Holley, right?
Wait, I don't understand. Wait, for our viewers, what's the Holley? Is it the carbureted or is it the fuel injection?
No, this is all fuel injection. This is all an EFI kit. And I'm looking here. It comes with the ECU. It comes with the fuel pump. It comes with the throttle body.
Okay.
It comes with all the tubing. It comes with the electronic distributor.
Yep.
So it comes with everything you need. Let's see here, right? So there's that. Put that number. Let's say you get the full kit. I'm looking at here the full kit with the electronic, the ECU, everything you need is $2,300, $2,400. Everything you need. Okay. So let's put that out there. Let's see. If you want to go cheap, I don't know how this works out, but apparently there's a Phytech system that goes up to 600 horsepower for $999. That's some Temu shit, but whatever.
I could do what you say. How much? 600 horsepower, but I spent $900 on my fuel system.
All right. So look, low end. I love this shit. So low end, $2,000 to $3,000 on top of whatever your engine cost is. Right. That's low end. Mid-range, meaning custom and good hardware and having somebody else do it for you, $3,500 to $5,000. You're now talking high performance throttle body kits, and so he's gonna, because
How
he's
much
not doing
does
it
it cost
himself.
for the damn carburetors?
All right.
It's not even. It's probably like $1,000 for the whole thing for dual 44s.
All right, let's see. Drum roll. I'm thinking. Typical price. No, bro. Let-
What's the price?
hold
Come on,
on.
come on. What is it? You
Hold
see it.
on. It's the
No,
same shit.
no,
It's the same
no. I want to
shit.
know. Give me the
Look,
number.
look. All right. So, because there's different kits and there's different things that
This is
get you everything.
This is improvising. He just won't come out and say the number. So
But hold on. All right, look. Because I'm trying to figure out the most. Okay, so the most expensive one is $1,500.
So here's the deal. Now you have to compare. So okay, to really understand it, then you have to say how much does a 3.2 engine cost? Because like my thing is this. So either you go all the way or you don't, right? So if he's doing a budget build, we'll call this somewhat of a budget build with the Mark IV engine, VW engine, and he's going to go carbureted. If his total cost is going to be like, let's just say half of like I'll just do the whole entire budget build. What?
Holy shit. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. You're making this investment in the car. It ranges a ready to go long block Type 4 2.3 goes for $17,000.
Wait. You talking about for the 4-cylinder?
Yes. A 2.3 Type 4. Okay. For more general pulse engine, typically costs $10,000 to $25,000. I don't know what that's about. So a Type 4, yeah, he's looking to spend $12,000 to $18,000 for this engine replacement.
Okay, how much?
That's a lot.
How much would a 3.2 cost him?
No, that's gonna be well. Let's see. A Carrera 3.2, a used. No.
What? Don't just spend the numbers. Just say it.
A fully built. Okay, 84 to 89, $21,000. Something to think about, man. Like, listen. This is Javon, right? I don't want him to dislike the car. Right now, the car starts.
Javon is not a mechanic, so he's
But that's what I'm saying.
Like, when the parts get out of sync, he's not going to be like, "Oh,
man,
yes, do this real quick."
Let me just pull over and fucking. No, he's done. He's done for the day, and probably have to fucking tow the car back. And in the long run, the experience that he's going to have is not going to be the same as what I would want.
So
for myself
the other point, though, is that if he's going to take it to the mountains, the car responds on carburetors differently at different elevations.
Totally different.
There's going to be a little bit there to consider too with the different air to fuel mixture once you get up at a different elevation, which is.
But the thing is, the numbers. When you start looking at the numbers from a numbers perspective, it doesn't make sense to go carburetor.
Well, here's the deal. It doesn't make sense to be cheap because you're already spending so you have to understand you're not spending as much for as you would if you went for a 3.2, but you're still spending a significant amount of money to get a rebuilt 2.0 and make it a 2.3. So the real question just has to be for him, like, what is his objectives? Is it
the mechanic that's selling him the engine is going to be like, yeah, fucking come back every 2 weeks so I can fucking make money off
that's
you.
why he's making that suggestion. Because the whole
You know what I
point is,
mean?
yeah,
I don't trust those guys, man.
especially if he has somebody from Miami doing it, like,
Listen, I would have respected the guy more to be like, look, I'll never see you again, right? You can come here for oil changes or whatever, or I don't know, or maybe the mechanic's out of his depth, which I doubt, because if you know how to do all that, you know how to do EFI versus carburetor.
hopefully, I mean,
You would think, right?
so we're talking about for an additional. So there's no real horsepower gain, right?
No, you're actually losing horsepower.
Right.
You're losing 35 horsepower. So if that list of pros and cons, man, the cons is like 15 items.
You're saying no, but you're saying with the Weber carbs that you're rated only at 65.
Yeah, 165 max. 165 max on a stock engine, on a stock 2.3.
Okay, but is he doing cams?
I don't know. He's not gonna get up to the 190. He's not gonna get up there. Even with you're gonna get 30 horsepower with cams. That's not how that works.
Yeah. Well,
so I'm glad he mentioned it, though. I'm glad he mentioned it because I would hate for him to make a mistake. And I'm being honest, dude. Yeah. I'm being like as a friend. I'm being honest. I would hate for him to make a mistake because of bad information, right?
Right.
Like you said, he's not a mechanic. So he's going to rely on that thing working all the time, every time.
I'm going to say again, he's doing all this because he wants to go to the mountains, which is going to affect his performance if his carbs are not retuned because of elevation. So it's like he's doing all this.
And not only that, you have to retune it on the fly. Who's going to do that? I don't know how to do that. You got to tune it once you start getting into the higher elevation because you can't pre-tune it. Because then it's going to run like shit in Miami. Yeah. So it's like.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you got to have a real mechanic. It's like race cars were carbureted, but they had mechanics around them all the time, and they would have to start them in different ways. It was not like you just turned the key. It's like, oh, somebody's got to take the pins off the hood and cover something up and do this. And now you start the car, and it's like, oh, but it's in racing form,
I mean, he's into this thing. He's going to be into this thing for at least 10,000. I'm assuming, and right? Unless he got.
Let's talk resale. If he ever chose to resell it one day, I think having a fuel injected engine is better for resale. Just you never know. We say the cars are forever. We say this stuff all the time. Doesn't mean it's true. Situations come up, another car comes up, blah 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 blah. You don't want to modify your engine where it's like some people might be not as interested. I think there's more people that even prefer carbs that will buy a fuel injected engine still and convert them if they really want to, or over people that are fuel injection people that are willing to do carbs. So you're just kind of limiting your buyer's market.
But listen, I mean, I know we joke about it, man, but I experienced both, and man, it ran great. It ran great when it was in sync and it wasn't flooding and it wasn't doing all carburetor type shit. It ran fucking great. It sounded great, had good power, but man, the minute that thing went sideways, I could never get it back.
Yeah, and I don't know that life either.
I couldn't get it back.
I got a single carb setup, so I don't know that life either. Of syncing them up.
Yeah.
But, man. I know you got to go. You got to get ready to get out of here. Yeah. I got to cut the video up anyway. We only got like 40 minutes or something like that. So this was great.
Okay.
I'm going to cut it up and then I'm going to send it to you guys so you can see it and we can talk about it and critique it through WhatsApp or something like that.
You got it.
All right, bro.
All right, man.
Hey, thanks.
I'll see you.
Talk to you soon.
Later.
We saved them.